rankings are out. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. I'll get you guys on. I want to hear from you guys. Did they get it right? I think I called up, who was it, Tiger Baskins or whoever tonight. And I said, this is probably going to be the best playoff that we've had since really ever in the playoff era. Like, this isn't a clear cut. First off, I say that because of Bama beating Georgia. If Georgia had beat Alabama, maybe we're still sitting here saying, okay, it's still Georgia. But now they got to play a team in Michigan. And Michigan's high-powered offense is really, really good. And they got some good defense, too. I mean, they shut down C.J. Stroud and Ohio State. Not that they're all that or great or anything. That could be a competitive game. I even think Cincinnati, Alabama could be a very competitive game. Maybe not as competitive as Georgia, Michigan, I don't know. But, I really do think the committee got it right with the four best teams. I do think that this year's college football playoff, the committee got it right with all four teams. Number 1, Bama. Number 2, Georgia. Number 3, Michigan. And number 4, Cincinnati. And I say that they got it right in terms of, are you really going to keep Georgia out because they lost to Alabama and it's their only loss? No. Michigan won the Big Ten, beat Ohio State, who was a top 5 team when they did beat them, right? That's a team. Cincinnati's undefeated, and not only that, you can say whatever you want to about strength of schedule, but they still got great talent, and they're an amazing team. Credit to them. And then Alabama just winning the SEC, that's really all you can say about them. And what Bryce Young has done, I know I've been kind of tough on him, but I know they've picked it up. I know Alabama's good. And again, I'm sorry for the criticism. But still, Georgia is 3, Michigan is 2. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me fix this just a bit. I do apologize. Although, be honest, dog fans, you're glad I did that, aren't you? But so, no. Look, these are going to be amazing semifinals. And for once, I know we kind of sit here, and I've heard like Uncle Lou or whoever say, half the games have been blowouts except for 2. I don't, and I'm going to hold my breath about this because it's possible. I think Georgia-Michigan could be no more than maybe a 10-point game. I think that could be really close. And then I'll at least say that we shouldn't sleep on what Cincinnati could do against Alabama. I'm not here to say that they could win, although in the playoffs I still say any given Saturday or whenever, and these teams could go out and play. But Bama, Cincinnati is the weaker game between these two. Michigan, UGA will probably be more competitive and better, and one of those you just don't know about the outcome. Cincinnati could still even beat Alabama. That's a very good possibility. These teams are really, really good. And if you're going to sit here and say we just know what's going to happen, I wouldn't be too sure. I would be careful about this. Pretty soon I will have a preview video for each of these games. Again, Bama and Cincinnati in the Cotton Bowl, and you got Georgia and Michigan in the Orange Bowl down in Miami. The Cotton Bowl, of course, being played in Arlington at AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys. That's going to be a 3:30 Eastern game on ESPN, and then, of course, later on ESPN on New Year's Eve, 7:30 Eastern with the Orange Bowl between Georgia and, of course, Michigan. Overall, I see you back there, Dominic. I'll get you in a second, buddy. Overall, I think this is probably going to be probably the better playoffs that we've had since the playoff era began. Again, like half of them have been blowouts. I'd be surprised if they're blowouts. But then again, you look at Georgia blowing out Michigan, okay. Bama blowing out Cincinnati, okay. Or vice versa. I mean, anything and everything can and probably will happen in these matchups. Again, preview videos for these coming later on. Um, the lines, obviously, I mean, we just got these today, so I doubt the lines are out. And if they are, I'm curious what they open up as. Um, it doesn't, they haven't put, well, I'll tell you what, the Cotton Bowl, let me share this with you here, that it's 13 and a half in favor of the Tide. You see it here. The over-under is 58 points, 13 and a half Alabama over Cincinnati. And then I'm curious if they have that one. Let's see. I'm sure Georgia obviously favored. I think it's lower than 13 and a half for Georgia and Michigan. And see here, 43 and a half over under. Line is 7.5 Bulldogs in favor of Georgia. So the lines are out: 13 and a half Alabama over Cincinnati, 7.5 Georgia over Michigan. And again, pretty soon down the road, maybe give it a week or so, I don't know, and maybe I can go ahead and get these out before Christmas just to get them out of the way. I will preview these and maybe some other New Year's Six bowls like the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, and all that, which we'll look at later on tonight. But overall, I think the committee got it right here. I do think an undefeated Cincinnati needs to be in. I think you put in Georgia regardless of the SEC title outcome. You got to put the SEC champ in, and considering they did beat the number one team, you put them at number one. And Michigan winning the Big Ten, obviously getting in here as well. And I would also say, because of the outcome of the Big Ten, which I think still, even if Oklahoma State beat Baylor and they're sitting there with one loss, in my opinion, I still think these are the four teams that we end up getting. But overall, I think the committee got it right. That's my own personal opinion, but we'll have to wait and see. But we can talk about these games more this month over the holidays and everything before New Year's Eve, when the Orange Bowl and Cotton Bowl are played for the college football playoff semifinals.